Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest.
We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it?
He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close my ancestors speak, they tell me they're tired of them praying on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I've surpassed peak, until they think we are equal. Please, all I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their palms would bleed, begging that generations remember our story.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Friday. Talk to me. How you feeling? We're gonna rap. We're definitely gonna get it in, man. If you've been here before, you already know. I'm pacing myself. I'm about to get my let me get my TikTok up.
Anybody else see the video of Sierra Rose?
I don't know why I do that. Hold on a second. Do I want the hat? Let me take the hat. I have a pet peeve about certain shit with the hats, man. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you for tapping in yesterday with me and Miss Mia. Hardest working on the internet right now. She got a special coming out. Matter of fact, she has a YouTube channel. Y'all should go check that one out. Absolutely. Y'all ready for the weekend? I got plans. What y'all getting into? Hopefully, y'all get a chance to tap in with us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. It's going down. That's going to be a hell of a show. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just trying to get this stream set up over here on TikTok before I actually go into this stream. Hold on a second. Let me get this right. All right. Yeah, people are greedy, bro. Greedy, selfish. They don't really care about you at all. The lack of consideration or empathy for men is fucking crazy to me. And I got some words for Mr. Edwards. I mean, for a number of reasons. One, well, put it this way. I got a clip I'm going to play here in a minute. So if you've never seen this or heard it, I'm going to give you the opportunity to kind of get your own context from it. And then, but once the video is done, I'll give my point of view. Oh, man. Here we go again. Like, this shit just don't stop at all. Every time you turn on the TV, you turn on your phone, it's something. Hold up. I didn't know that was going on right there. All right. I was wondering why that kept jumping. All right, we cool. We cool. We'll bring this video up on the screen. Then we're just going to go from there. Like, share, repost, let the people know that we are on. Hit that thumbs up. Let the algorithm know that I am here, that I am live. It only takes but a second. It don't cost you nothing. You dig? So let's go ahead and bring this up real quick. Matter of fact, hold on a second. I'm thinking about. I just had an idea. I don't know if I can actually do that or not. I might just come back to this. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna bring this up here, and we're gonna play this, and then we're just gonna get into it.
Seen this shit yesterday, bro. That shit is hilarious. It just really shows the true colors of people. So y'all seen that shit that happened with Anthony Edwards, right? And the girl, he got pregnant, right? And he was like, I don't want to have nothing to do with her or the baby. So can I just pay the whole 18 years right now? And the judge said, yeah, it's $1,080,000, right? Yeah, $1,080,000. Well, the 37-year-old girl that he got pregnant, she didn't like that shit. She already says she's coming out saying that she already spent $100,000 of the money. What the fuck did you spend $100,000 on? Ain't it child support for the baby? That the baby better have that shit at the end of the day. So the internet is kind of divided. Some people are saying like she's being greedy, and some people are saying she's right. What do you think? My personal opinion, this is exactly why these men don't want to be with these women, because all they want is the money. That's it. They just see these niggas as fucking checks. That's it. That's it. You get with this nigga, he rich, so you like, oh, I'm about to put his ass on child support. These fucking judges are not all the same, bro. The judge is like, okay, $1 million. He like, all right, peace out. I don't have nothing to do with you or the child. You know what I'm saying? So she wanted to play the long road. I'm gonna put the post right here. I hope y'all see that shit. She wanted to play the long road. She wanted to be able to take him back to court every now and then and ask for more. And she feels like the judge cheated her of that. Basically, cheated her ass of that. And just listening to that shit, just reading it, you guys don't see what I see. A gold digger. It's right there. You're a fucking gold digger. That's the only thing you want. Go get a job and take care of your baby. Child support is a joke. So I seen this shit yesterday, bro. That shit is hilarious. It just really shows the true colors of people. So y'all seen that shit.
Yo. What's up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yo, I can hear you. What's going on, man? It's Friday, man. We in the mood. This is Feel Good Friday. Let's roll.
Yeah, there. Did you get a chance to see that whole clip, or should I run it back?
I'm gonna say this. It's like if you see one, you see it all. And according to what he said, that's most cases.
All right, so you already know what this is. Then yeah, his BM ain't happy, man. She went to court. She settled for this dollar amount. Anthony Edwards said, "Look, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing to do with this kid. I didn't even want to have kids with you. We want to address that too. What's it going to take for me to get her out of my face?" The judge said 1,080,000 or something like that. He said bet. She agreed to it. Then now she's spinning the block. So there's so many issues here. So many. Um, the one thing that I want to highlight real quick is I am really passionate about how I feel about athletes. I really think that they're fucking idiots, man. I think a lot of them are dumb as shit. How do you always end up dealing with people that you don't want to deal with? How do you always find yourself getting trapped with these people? You're supposed to be the ones that have most of the discipline out here based on your skill set. You on the road damn near all the time. You gotta train, you gotta be in the gym, all that shit. So you would think that you would be the more responsible, but it never really seems to be the case. Let me tell y'all something. You have a bracket for everybody. And the type of women that are always surrounding these folks, they have a trademark, but they all have the same trademark: BBL, fake hair, enhancements. And none of them deal with anybody that is making below $100,000 to $200,000 a year. All of them are under the same bracket. Their attitude, the way they dress, how they conduct and carry themselves online, all that shit. All of it is the same stamp. They all hang in the same social circles. And then you have people like Anthony Edwards. They have their own group. Their own group. They're the rich ones. They can pull out $5,000, $10,000 out of their pocket and just toss it in the air like it ain't shit. They can go to the club and waste 30, 40, 60 grand. They can step outside and hand pick a hand group of women who don't really give a shit about themselves. They don't have no morals, they don't have no principles, they don't stand for nothing. Always a recipe for disaster. So how do you feel, man? What's your thoughts on this shit, man? Because I mean, clearly this is a pattern, bro. It's a repeated pattern. It's the same shit over and over. Athlete, IG model, athlete, influencer, athlete, actress, athlete, musician. It's the same shit over and over and over again. How you feel about what she said?
I mean, touching back on what I said, I feel like if you seen one, you seen them all. Meaning, women like that are never satisfied. The man clearly paid 100 million or whatever for the years of the child, whatever he did, and like you said, she agreed on it. And my thing is, if it's an agreement, then you can't renege on your agreement. You know what I'm saying? You did that. It was stamped. It was verified, and now you have to do your part. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's on one party over the other when it took two to make something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all came together, made that. However it went. I feel like he was having fun and he was irresponsible. And he was irresponsible on this way of he's a young athlete. You know, and that's the thing. He's a real young athlete, but also, um, if he knew this is type of lifestyle that he didn't want to, if he wasn't really ready, because that's what this situation come from. Anthony Edwards was not ready to start a family, and what he's telling her and the system is that you're not going to make me do it. That's what the money was for. You're not going to make me be ready. So, in order for him to move on, he came up with that agreement to put that down so he can roll out. Now the flip side of that, that's one way to do it because most people don't do it that way. But because of the headache part, because of what she's doing now, that's why he did it. Now the flip side of that, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards like, bruh, you still was responsible for what you did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you did drop the bread or whatever you want to say. You the basketball player. You got the big contract. You can drop the money all you want. But I always say this, and I'm gonna say it again. Time is over money. He did the money part, but what's up with that time, bruh? You know what I'm saying? You a failure when it comes to time. So that's my knock on Anthony Edwards. He's gonna regret that time piece. I dropped the money. I stepped up on that part, but I'm not handling my business on the time because as time go on after you drop that money, you're gonna know you fucked up with that, Anthony Edwards. You fucked clearly up when it came to the time. And then with her, I mean, like we discussed it before, that's 304 behavior. And I don't believe that's her only source of income. She's one of those. She probably got other athletes that she's doing the same thing from. So I think that's what it is. She probably need to go do her research and repeat her cycle again because it's clearly, you know, it wasn't no real. I'm gonna say this. It wasn't no real love there. It was just a hookup, and then people wasn't being responsible. That's what happened.
You wonder. I always wonder. Then ask this question in my thinking is, do you have people around you that's telling you, the honest truth? Or do you have uncles? Do you have sisters? Is anybody around y'all telling you, nah, it's not cool to be a hoe. It's not cool to be just out here spreading your legs just so free like that and letting people bust all in. Obviously not. It's either you have people around you and you ignore them. You don't give a shit about. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear you give me no type of nothing. I don't want to hear that. I want to live the way that I want to live. Let me figure. If I want to be greedy and selfish and prideful and all that, let me do that. If I want to be naive, let me do that. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my parent. You're not this. You're not that. And we're in this bubble. Everybody wants to live the way they want to live so freely, and you don't want to be judged for it, or you don't want to be persecuted for it. Well, get over yourself. The world don't owe me, you, or the next person a fucking thing. Honestly, these women, man, they are getting in their cars. They are getting tickets. They are camping out. These motherfuckers are going to training camps. They're going to your NFL tryouts. They're going to all that shit specifically to get knocked up and not have to worry about fucking paying a bill on their own ever again. There are women out here that don't give a shit about you. They don't care if you succeed or fail. Well, they care if you succeed, because if you succeed, that means they good. They taken care of. The fucked up part about it is you 23, bro. Did nobody show you the tapes? You know how much information is available? How many videos there are out there? How many clips? How many uploads? How many posts? How many tweets of women telling you, look, man, we here for the money. We trying to get paid. We trying to branch off and venture into our own career. We trying to sell our own merch. We trying to become sex symbols. We trying to do all types of different things, and we ain't trying to do it the hard way. We want this shit handed to us. I don't even believe Slim even cares about the kid specifically. That's the fucked up part about it. I don't even think she loves that child in the ways that most moms would. She saw that kid as an opportunity to take care of her life. You talking about you spent $100,000. You spent 100,000. You ain't spent 100,000 on no fucking newborn. So what you spending that money on? Exactly. I yield the mic.
Yeah, it's a crazy story, crazy situation, man. Anthony Edwards got a see. The thing with him is that he got a like an attitude and stuff like that. Like he had stuff that happened to him, but he got a I don't give a fuck attitude, and you'll see that with some younger players and stuff like that. So basically, what he's saying is, and it's a shame because, and you know, in the NBA, and when he wanted them play, he wanted a top player, so he real good at his job how to play. And you just need to have the right, like you said, you got to have the right head on your shoulders and the right people in your ear. And he one of them people that he's like he think he like a know it all, you know. And ain't who was that? Little baby. I think he was dating her too, dating his baby moms. So little baby had kids with him, and little baby got the kids with the same woman. So I mean, he's just out. He's 23, and he was just out here being, doing him, being irresponsible with the, with the fame, with the money and all of that. So he's out here participating in these type of stuff, these type of things happening. So he's not innocent either. I think both of them was participated in this situation even happening. You know, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was about. He knew that who she was before he got with her, because that's what he was. That's what he was already living like. And it'll be, it ain't gonna be what you think this gonna be. It's not gonna be no 18 years drag out session. It's not. It's not going down. When you're dealing with an athlete, you know hit you other force just me and I believe she did if it was a situation that it was an offer made to her and she accepted. You can't go back and change that. Now, how you did the money and all of that, excuse me, like you said, the 100,000. I mean, that could have went mainly on stuff for her lifestyle, and I believe that's what this is mainly all about. It's about her lifestyle. It's all about her. It's her world, and you can't you can't make Anthony Edwards sponsor you for your whole life. You're grown too, and that's what these women gotta understand. You gotta take care of your own life. You can't be out here always. What's one of them albums called? What, creeping on the come up? You can't always be out here creeping on the come up with every little scheme and plot and twist that you come up with, because it ain't gonna go good. What happened with just going out here getting it the old fashioned way, the old genuine way? But it's all a scam. Like I said, um, yeah, love be a scam, bro. That's real talk. Now, he wasn't looking for it either. I'm not gonna make an excuse. He wasn't looking for it either. He wasn't looking to be with this woman. That's clearly what that was about. So, with that being said, I consider that as being trifling because he got a daughter with her. He has a daughter, and he's not willing to um, make that the forefront. And at some point, because he's 23. Let me also put that when we talk about Travis Hunter, we talk about all these other athletes that came up before us. He's 23, and at 23, you're not going to be thinking like this at 30. You understand? So when he's 30, he's going to be like, "Oh man, what have I done?" You know what I'm saying? He's going to be more responsible. He's going to be more business savvy, and he's going to want something long term. Right now, that's his mind ain't on that. He not on no long term. He's on fun and going through this money. You know what I'm saying? The best way he know how, and that's not gonna be his mindset later on. So that's what he's gonna have to get better at, and he's gonna avoid these type of women, because that's what's going on. So you got it.
When y'all get home from school, you remember, like I remember when I was coming home, we had to eat at the table, everybody. And when you sat at that table, what happened? You have a conversation. You don't have your phone in your hand. You didn't even have a phone then. You had to talk to people across from you, left to you, right to you. How was your day? What'd you do? How was school? What's going on in the house? Sort of, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't do that no more. Nah, you don't. It's clear, you know. At 23, you can say, "Well, you're still young," so by default, that's supposed to be a loophole and an excuse to be irresponsible. Nah, I don't. I don't subscribe to that. At 23, you still supposed to have common sense. Ain't school supposed to prepare you for the real world? So is school just not preparing people for the real world like we thought it was? Really? When you go to school, they're supposed to teach about history, art, math, biology, so on and so forth. Are they not teaching you about life? Are they not teaching you the fundamentals of adulthood? Because to sit here and say, "Oh, he 23," he's just oblivious to his decision making, and that's bullshit to me. You know about sex. You know what you're attracted to and what you're not attracted to, my nigga. You know right from wrong too. You know what empathy is, and you know what it feels like to be hurt, or you know what it feels like to be in certain uncomfortable situations. I do agree though. When he get older, he gonna realize a lot of the shit that he was doing. Most youngins do anyway. Once you hit a certain age, it's like, damn, I just wasted all this time bullshitting around with people and things that was not important at all. This shit was frivolous. It was temporary. The folks that you be thinking your friends ain't your friends. The people that you think going to invest in you, they never invest in you like you expected. The people you think you love, you really don't love them. It was just convenience, which I'm gonna address at another point. It's almost as if none of these people, man, they understand or comprehend how bad it is to be reckless with your body, to be reckless with your mind, to be reckless and idle with your spirit. How pointless a lot of this shit that we invest in is. It's terrible. It's a terrible time to be sitting here on a clock that can stop at any given moment, and you spend most of your years wasting away, fucking sucking, blowing money that could be invested in something that give continuity to your legacy. Don't make sense. It don't. What are we teaching these children? What are we teaching these adults? Because quite frankly, when I look at stories like his, you think you just going to be able to buy your way out of everything? Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to nut in her. I don't want no kids. I don't want no responsibilities. I can buy my way out of this shit. I don't have to be concerned about the development and the future of this girl, this boy. Oh, $1 million, bam. All right, cool. And I can go about my life. You don't think that's going to have consequences, or it's going to do extreme damage to that kid? The lady that you laid down with is irresponsible. The lady that you laid down with, she's greedy. She's money hungry. She's only driven by her own purpose, her own world views. The woman that you laid down with don't give a shit about nobody but herself. You honestly think that with the type of character that she has, I'm not even talking about the BBL and the modifications that she put on her body, which completely disrespected the creator and mutilated her. I'm talking about the fact that her character is trash. Don't get it twisted. We don't know her. I don't have conversations with her. I've never hung out with her. But for a person to have sex with another person based on the fact that they are rich and not because you thought that this was going to be a responsible adult that was going to not only take care of you but create a generational wealth for you, your family, while also making sure that you're a wife. You're not just a side chick. You ain't baby mama number four. You have a title. You have the ultimate title. You're the wife. The wife is God, man, woman, child. That order. You don't even care about that as a woman. I know your character fucked up. I know your mind ain't on the things that they're supposed to be on. You think as a guy having a kid with someone like that, that's going to be a healthy or a smooth upbringing? I don't think so. She gonna raise that child to be just like her, and that's not a compliment. How the fuck you spend $100,000 that quick? You buying shit for yourself. And let's be clear, children don't need a fucking 100,000, $200,000. You don't have. I just had a conversation not too long ago with somebody, and it was about my nieces and shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's why you broke. You sitting up here trying to keep up with the Joneses and shit, spending $200-300 on some fucking shoes and what? Nigga, I had Payless, Oshkosh, Bigosh, and shit like that.
Damn.
We had that shit. Y'all niggas out here spending all this money on some shit that's not even generating more money. I could understand if you were making money with money, but you're not even doing that.
Got rock
So
that gator.
yeah, man.
Shaking my head, man. Well, pretty much, man. All I can say is that they get in these relationships. If you see the trend, they get into them with the intentions to for these relationships to fail. It's nothing genuine with these hookups. Anthony Ed was looking to have a good time. He got the fame and the money. Like I said, the pick of the litter. Plus you good. So ain't nobody gonna tell you no. You know what I'm saying? You can get anybody you want. So that's his mindset. He know his value for his plan. So yeah, he want to run through a lot of chicks. That's how he look at it. And with her, she know that she's one of many. You know what I'm saying? So with her, she's just trying to secure the bag. I know I ain't gonna secure no ring with him. It ain't gonna be no forever. So hey, if I can get a child, and the child is what in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying? Now the child born, and this is how you approach. The sad part about it is, y'all both adults. Um, logically, what I was gonna say, logically, for Anthony Edwards, he's fucked up because you're a basketball player, you 23, okay, but you got millions, bruh, that they're paying you to play a game that you're good at, and you're not mature enough to realize that I can't play this game forever. And even if you do keep playing, it's a chance that you're not going to be playing as good as 23 years old. That's the way this thing go. You playing good at 23, but this is not like guaranteed high bread that you dealing out like that. So you can go city to city, whatever you want, slinging dick, but are you willing to keep handing out 10 million to these women like that? Because they willing to keep, hey, they willing to keep their legs spread open like butter. If you doing that, if you gonna drop a bag like that, come on and plant in me. Keep planting. Come on, this city, that city. Because that's what's out here. Take care of me for the rest of my life. Please. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be fucked up like Blake Griffin. Look what happened to Blake Griffin. He was a dunk master. Slamming on everybody. Once old girl hit his head with that child support, and not just the child support, the aggravation that go with it. Because what they want to take the money, and they want to piss you off while they're taking the money. So that's what you can't have both. You're gonna take my money and make me mad. You know what I'm saying? Do a little foul shit like that. That's what some of these petty women do. So you got to be careful of all of that. It would have been more logical for Anthony Edwards to attract a high value woman, because let's be real, any woman that got that mindset, they are a bum bitch. They're bums. A, a broad that's just looking for somebody to take care of them. No, tell your mother and your dad to raise you. That's what you do. You go get raised by them. Once you're an adult, your ass is responsible, just like who you trying to date. I don't give a fuck if we can go 9 to 5. We can go, celebrity or whatever. What the hell do you bring to the table, Miss Lady? Cause the JJ ain't enough. Let me just put that on the table. So, and then with her, the 304 mentality, she using her for JJ for negotiations. So I can spread this to you. I can get a quick 10 grand and go hop on somebody else. Or can I find the best player? Because she picked good now. He's pretty good. And try to get paid for life. We just talked about Shannon Sharp. Hello. Paid for life. Retired. He retired an OnlyFans. And he paid her more money than he even earned in his career. He played 15 seasons. So every little catch he made, he paid her over that. He giving it away. That's the problem. We got to do better as men, as black men, to not be so willing to give it away like that, because you fall for the lust and you fall for the lust and affection and all this of a woman, and you really should only be trying to get with somebody like how Monique was telling Shay Shay, to protect and guard your stuff, so you can have something when you're done playing. That's what it should have been on Anthony Edwards' mind. But he not looking for that. He's thinking He's thinking in an immature way, and I can run through him, and then he thinking this stuff gonna last forever. It's not gonna last forever, Anthony Edwards. The contract that you got now, the way it works is you're probably gonna get your most money when you're young, but when you get older, they're gonna start stripping, they're gonna start taking it down because you can't do for me then when you get there what you can do for me now. So stop being so quick. Athletes in general, football players, basketball players, stop being so quick to hand it up, hand it back. It's yours. It's yours to keep. It's yours to take care of. It's yours to take care of your family. And stop making broken homes, Anthony Edwards. He literally like it was like some intentional. I'm making a broken home. If you wanted to smash her, be responsible as a man because this is what happens. And on the flip with her, stop trying to use your box for negotiation. It's ridiculous. You don't have nothing else to offer your child but I slept with your father. Like, come on, like what the fuck? I slept with your dad. You know, that's like what? Like that's all you could tell your daughter, but I slept with him. Like, come on, man. What else are you offering? Or what else could you do instead of negotiating that box all over the place? It's embarrassing for a black woman too to do that. You supposed to stand alone and then get somebody to go with you. You know what I'm saying? But what y'all did was transactional because we all gonna talk about the what he dropped 100 million. We all gonna talk about the deal that they did in court for the baby. So that was considered a transactional agreement. You gave me box. You was giving me all that box. You know what I'm saying? We got that baby straight. And now, you know what I'm saying, you won't leave me alone. So I'm gonna give you this up front and I go about my business. I ain't want nothing to do with you. But the child is in the middle. So at the same time, y'all both gotta come together for that kid. But far as them two, it was completely irresponsible. It's no way around that. Both of them knew what the fuck they was doing. And the sad part is when you can't get back with him and get back in the money grabs, your ass gonna go open your box with somebody else because you're not learning. So it's gonna be juice all over the damn place. It's sad, man. So we got to do better all the way around the spectacle and protecting ourselves, like Uncle Shay Shay should have did. Protect yourself, man. You $100 million man, and they know you got the money, and then they come in, now you got to give it back because of some stupid shit you did. So yeah, that's the main thing with this, man. And as far as the child support, let me say this, and you can take it back. Women always have done this. That's why I say you seen one, you seen them all. You can literally go to court with a woman, and y'all had a kid, and y'all can make a deal or whatever like that. And the money be small because the kids don't need as much. Child support, and I'm gonna say it again, have always been a scam. Always. Because if you was still with that, whoever that child's mother is, your ass wouldn't be down there. You will have to pay anyway. Because it's yours. So why I gotta give all this money up because we didn't work out? It's a payment for a failed relationship. That's what it is. When you fail the relationship, you supposed to subconsciously still take care of whoever you was in that relationship with. And that's bullshit. That's a scam. A man ain't never come and ask a woman could she still do for him or fix all his meals or you know what I'm saying, run his bath water, whatever the hell she was doing with him while they was together once they split. Only women still want your resources when it's failed. You can still take care of your child without the child support. It's not really child support. I'm gonna say it's women support. It's for failed relationships that shit didn't work out and shit got static. That's what it is. It's a scam. You got it.
Let's also acknowledge a couple things real quick before it slipped my mind. One, men. This is one of the few times where the double standard benefits women. Because if a motherfucker say he not ready for a kid, he ain't got no say so whether or not you have it or not. If you want to proceed with them 9 months, he can't stop that. And he still got paid for at the end. And as far as that go, I feel like if a nigga tell you we can't do this, and you decide that you want to do it anyway, you can't feel any type of nothing towards him because y'all both did what y'all did and y'all had a conversation. Once you decide to go forward and have the child anyway, you can't be mad at this brother for saying I opt out. You took my right away from me to decide if I want to be a part of this or not. Granted, y'all both created life together, but the double standard allows you to remove him from any say so or input on what happens next. Another thing I want to acknowledge too, these are just people who shouldn't be fucking around anyway. If we being completely blunt, y'all just out here fucking just to be fucking. If you get the opportunity and y'all catch the vibe, you're gonna do it. Sometimes you don't even really want the person. You just want them for a particular moment. I done did that shit too many times. You don't even really see a long-term relationship with these people. You're just sexually attracted to them. That's it. And so you sleep with them that one time. If it ain't good, you move on. If you like the sex, you'll keep them on the roster in rotation. Most people got a rotation. Most. If you're not seriously vetting people and courting people, you got a rotation. But your irresponsibility ends up getting you stuck with motherfuckers that you really didn't want to be stuck with. Women like her, they are intentional. She knows exactly what she was going after. Ben McLemore, that dumbass, I just spoke with him the other day. This fucking fool was around people that wasn't his friends. And he put himself in a situation where this nigga about to probably spend the rest of his life in jail. Because he's trying to hide behind the fact that we were both intoxicated. So technically, because we were both drunk, I don't see the harm in me having sex with this stranger that I don't know laying in this bed. And I only brought that up to say, my nigga, women lie. Women will get away with damn near everything. I'm scared to fuck around with these bitches, man, because they be on bullshit. As soon as they feel some type of way towards you, spiteful, vengeful, bitter, anything, all they gotta do is make a post, make a text, upload a video, and it's a wrap. This man and his BM, she talking about $1,800,000 ain't enough money. He ain't enough money for who? You're not financially literate. That's the problem. Most people, most Americans aren't financially literate. A large portion of society is in debt. Oh, bankrupt. Because we don't know how to manage our funds. We're too busy out here trying to live a lifestyle that we can't afford because we can't afford it. The only reason people like him and her are in the spots that they're in is for a couple of reasons: greed, arrogance, lust. I mean, like, this is a never ending, non-stop story that you just see all the time. It never fails. There will always be content in this discussions for shit like this because folks can't help themselves. They just want to do what the hell they want. Fuck everybody else. Fuck how it affects other people. Bye, you.
And then you gotta also take into account, man, that they're both parents. You see what I'm saying? And they setting a horrible example for their daughter. Anthony Edwards do have other kids, so at some point, despite you having I think he maybe had one or two other baby moms. So at that point, you done, bro. You need to slow down so you can have some of this money. By the time you get to 30, whatever his next contract is, that need to be just for him. Whatever you got now, you can do set your kids up, but that's how I would plan it. And if you get the big one, and then that'll be it. That'll take you on out to retirement. You got to think like that. You got to break your years down because you not, like I said, you're not gonna be able to play this forever, and you got to set a better example for your kids. You have to be present in your kids' life, and I think that's what. No matter how much money child support costs or how much money he offered to give her up front to get him out out her out his life, you don't want to be out your child's life, and I think that's something that he's going to have to deal with at some point. So that's the whole object of these situations and of them having your child, because that's holds you to a responsibility to take care of. And if you don't do that, then they Roger Rabbit your shit. Like they hold that on your head. You know what I'm saying? That you're dead through for your kids, and all types of shit be said about fathers, uh really black fathers, that is, that they don't come through for their kids. They always abandon the woman, and that's how this child support thing started. And they don't never be there to help them with shit. But everybody want to get in the bed, right? Until it's no more fun and games. Everybody want to lay down with each other and get that out the way. Yeah, but this will come with it. So you can't just be a big boy in bed. You gotta be a big boy out the bed too. So that's what Anthony Edwards gonna have to learn. Um, how he's gonna manage his time, because I'm pretty sure he'll have somebody that he actually care about in his life. And how you gonna manage your time with her and what you didn't did. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to be with the woman, but what you did do something though, and you're gonna have to learn to fix that as you get older. No matter how much money you make, your maturity is a huge value to how you navigate these situations, because whether you make money or not, what that time you spend is going to mean a lot to your kids. Fuck that. Fuck all that. How much money? Because if they don't never see your rich ass, you ain't shit, and that's what's gonna be put in their head because that's what come with the child support too. They get your money and then they tell you you ain't shit. They tell you you ain't shit because you ain't putting that time in, but you always on TV and shit though. So he just needs just keep that in mind when you moving out here because that be the situation too that most black fathers deal with. So you gotta get that time or your ass is out the door. Period.
Or you can wrap it up and you can have the conversations before you engage with these succubus. Like I said, don't hold me to shit. If I told you I ain't want no kids and you still want to do it, you know where I stand with this. So at that point, it is what it is. Like I know that shit is like a moral issue between a lot of people. Some folks would be like, man, I ain't trying that shit. You still had a kid. But my nigga, we talked about this. You already know where I stood with it.
But the truth about the kid thing, to put it on the table, bro, is that you can say that, she can say that. It ain't always been dudes saying, man, I ain't trying, I ain't ready for this shit. I don't want to do it. It be women that say that too, and then they end up being pregnant. They can't do nothing about that. It didn't happen. So you gotta look at both. Whoever lay down. When you do lay down with somebody, that's what you're pretty much practicing reproduction. We can sit up here and say, man, did you wear a condom? I heard all of that shit before. Did you use protection? Shit like that. But at the end of the day, your act is reproduction. So yeah, whether she wanted it or not, you know what I'm saying, that's what we're practicing. And whether you wanted it or not, that's what you practicing. So yeah, the conversations need to be had, but I would say the only way to really be 100% sure is to avoid the act. And most people ain't gonna try to avoid the act. They think they can do the act and then think they ain't got to deal with what come after the act. And that's where the irresponsible shit come in at. Because you could be responsible enough to either put the Jimmy on or take the Jimmy off, but then when you get a little Jimmy now, it's like, oh man, yeah. So that's what come with it,
Let me ask
and
you,
then go ahead.
finish your thought. I got a question.
No, I was just gonna say that's what come with it now. If let's just say both of y'all was in agreement, and I know this don't happen, but let's just say both of y'all agreed that y'all didn't want to do it, y'all didn't want kids, and y'all had unprotected sex. What's the ratio of something like that? Y'all be completely out the way that won't happen. It's rarely going to take place. You didn't use protection, but both of y'all in agreement of not wanting a kid. So then when it do happen, then what's the next step? Do we get to that part with the steps of if it what if? Do we ever talk about a what if? Because I mean, the bottom line is the kids don't got nothing to do with the fact that you don't really like this motherfucker. That's not on them. You did that shit. You wanted that ass. You wanted to get in his wallet. You did. So what's the motherfucking responsibilities when it come to your intentions to creating the motherfucking kid? Because if you avoid the act, then you ain't got no complaints. Bottom line. Then the argument come up. Now all of a sudden I changed my mind. You see what I'm saying? It's their body, but then they want your money. See, we don't think that far until it's too late. 100 million had to get dropped, and I think I'm gonna say stand on it. If you agree to that, stand on that stuff, and see if you can get time with with your daughter because I know that's what he gonna want. But she agreed to that price. Stand on it. You go ahead. You go ahead.
So my question was, would women have life so easy if men weren't so horny? And I asked that because I was just reading a post. It ties into this in some way because ultimately, at the end of the day, sex is the ultimate goal for a lot of people. Most folks ain't even on their purpose at all. Cora Jade got fired and left WWE and went smooth to OnlyFans. And her ass, I'm looking at the shit right here. She sold pictures and shit. All she did was sell pictures, allegedly. But her ass just bought a fucking new Mercedes. So she's a former wrestler, and she just and it's it's no different than a few of them. But would they have their lifestyle if it wasn't for men being so fucking thirsty? You wouldn't have so many you wouldn't have so many thirst traps. You wouldn't have these chicks successfully getting out on people like Shannon Sharp or any guy who's making a significant amount of money if they weren't this horny, basically. Would they still have the same level of success in life? Would life be as easy as it is for them?
Well, the way I interpreted that and the way I look at that, the way I view that dynamic, bro, is men and women both want each other's body, bro. We not gonna. It's not a one sided thing. But the thing is, you gotta look at why they want them. Of course, attraction there, but women want to get something for their services, and that's what we discussing today. Women like to get something for their service. They don't mind giving you the business. They don't mind spreading it like butter, dropping it like it's hot, whatever. They want it too. We're not gonna dismiss that. But they just want something for their services. And I feel like people gotta know what their place is. Like a man's place is not the same way as a woman's place, bro. So when I say that to say, when it comes to the act itself of them getting involved and laying in the bed, you have to think about protecting yourself. Shannon Sharp did not do that because a women's gonna want to sleep with you. The truth is, women want to sleep with a guy that's successful. They love that success. That's the truth. If they see you got you sign $100 million contract like Shay Shay, and they see what the fuck they doing, I want to be a part of that. That's just the bottom line. And let's flip the script. If you the $100 million man and you sign $100 million, right? And you wasn't getting $100 million before, and you sign that contract, wouldn't your interest level go up with the yeah, quality of potentials that you can acquire? That's just the nature of the beast. So I think both men and women get horny, bro, and they like to do it. It's just with the situation that they in. You see what I'm saying? A woman loves a man's success, and a man like a Shannon Sharp, because he did say that they like to use their success to obtain with a woman. So that's that's it, and that's all, and that's how most of these transactions come in place. I don't agree with it. Let me also put that on the table. I don't agree with how that uh come about. I think you should do it another way. I think you should have a foundation. Just because you might be making 100 million, 200 million, 300 million. Why would you want to go out here and get somebody that's not, as a man, I'm speaking on the man's part. Why would you want to go out here and get somebody that's willing to take your life from you, like what's going on with Shannon Sharp? Why would you do that? Because of some sex? Sex ain't that great that I can lose 100 million. See the logic? It's not worth it. And then on the flip, you know what I'm saying? A woman should be getting with a man to elevate him till he can take the 100 million. The 100 million that you have, a woman's responsibility is she supposed to get with a man with 100 million and elevate it to 200 to 300 million. And if she can't do that shit, there's no point of bringing it all together. She supposed to elevate, not take and drain and take your shit from you. You see what I'm saying? That's not how it's supposed to go, bro. So that's why I say I don't agree with it, but that's the dynamic of both positions.
That's not what we got though. And I call it modern day prostitution. That's the way I'm looking at it. The way you describe it. Sex, and not even just physical sex, but people who are making money off of photos and videos. You're not even touching these people literally. And these niggas is making hundreds of thousands of dollars within a month, and they can pretty much move to wherever they want off of your wondering eye. Your eye is looking at this and it's like, damn, this only cost me $10 a month. Bet. Oh, I got to subscribe to this to see something exclusive that I don't see from other people. Bet. All I gotta do is spend a couple dollars on this. Bet. All right. In exchange, I'm gonna show you my tits and my ass. You're going to pay me to see me naked. And it's a win-win. It's an even trade. That's the way that people are looking at it. But you're not even counting in the fact that the men that are paying and purchasing this content, they don't have real respect for you. And you don't have real respect for them or yourself either. This lady is willing to have a child with somebody that she really don't respect. It's wild to me. Folks just moving reckless. And all for what? You want to be taken care of. You want to maintain a certain lifestyle. You don't want to ever go broke or ever be put in a position where you have to be on the street panhandling. I said this on a show with Sydney. The female anatomy is probably the most prized possession, or the most, it has to be the most beautifully crafted thing on this planet. Why? Because everything else is based on attraction. If you took away women, would you care about the kind of car you had? Would you care about how you dressed? Would you care about the value of a dollar? And I'm asking an honest question. This goes to anybody that's watching, including you. If women didn't exist and it was just guys, will any of this shit really mean anything? Most men spend their life building and creating so that what they can have a partner. Ain't nothing like that female anatomy. I don't care how expensive that car is. I don't care how many trips to Istanbul you take. I don't care how many jets you get on. I don't care if you live the Ric Flair lifestyle. Ain't nothing like the woman anatomy, man. You don't. That's like you don't have more fun with your toys more than you have fun with laying down with a woman. What am I talking about? Let me exaggerate. Oh, well, let me elaborate. Your orgasm is probably the one thing that a nigga cannot live without. Like if I go on the internet, matter of fact, I'm gonna do that shit too.
Pause. The only problem I got is what you said was you said a man with his toys.
See, you on
So
that
I
you on
I
that
would that's the only issue. Like I'm, I'm
you, you on that fruit. You on it. I'm not. See, you yeah. Grow up, my nigga. We too old for that shit. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, nigga. Your phone, your car, your haircut, clippers, your video games. You know what I'm talking about, nigga. Of all your prized possessions.
gotta specify, man, because women got
Not
toys too.
nah, nigga. You know damn well what I'm talking about when I say that shit. I got you though. I appreciate that one. You was quick with that one though. I see. Don't slip up. Don't get on the next stream and say some suspect shit. Cause I'm gonna call you out on it. Trust me. But you know what
It's
I'm talking.
it's all it's all good. Finish your thought, bro. It
Yeah,
was a slip up.
you know what I'm talking about. If if you told a person that they had to sacrifice their orgasm for the rest of their life for for money, wealth, you think honestly that men would sacrifice that for the absence of women? You remove women, you remove sex, you remove the whole orgasm from the entire equation. In so put it this way, put it in perspective. No more orgasms, no more women, but in trade, you can be wealthy. You can have everything your heart desires except for that. Would you give it up? Don't give me a fake answer. I want you to really think about what I'm talking about. Would you really sacrifice the nut for wealth? That means no marriage, no kids, nothing. But you'll have your cars, you'll have your house, you'll have all that. Would you get rid of it?
No, I couldn't do it. I mean, the whole idea of a man being here and a woman, I'm gonna say, is to reproduce. That'll make everybody extinct. You know, if you can't reproduce your offsprings, the lead and your legacy, because we get on here, we talk about legacies all the time. What's the point of getting all that shit if you can't share with nobody? Like, what's the point of getting rich quick schemes or get billions if I can't enjoy all of that with people that I was at the bottom with? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't enjoy that money. I wouldn't enjoy it as much. You would enjoy it. I'm not gonna say you wouldn't, but it wouldn't be what you think it would be if you took it all, if you take everybody else and took it all away. You see what I'm saying? The point of obtaining those things is to be able to share it with somebody or leave it with somebody like your kids. That's for one. You know what I'm saying? So no, the male and the female dynamic is needed for the reproduction. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important to make humanity, is for humanity to make it go on so you can obtain those cars and houses and everything and the millions and all that you want. It would end. It would really end the drive too, because you wouldn't have nothing to no motivation to work for. Because without those things that you have pushing you, you know, why would you want to obtain those things? It's lonely at the top. Ain't nobody there.
And that's my point. That's exactly why I said what I said. Like this shit is modern prostitution. Women use and women use their sexuality and what they have to bargain. And I really think they don't understand how easy they got life because most of our objectives, sadly, are in pursuit of the orgasm. Ultimately, whether or not you get that shit via hand or you get that shit in person, face to face, you want to feel the warmth or the comfort of another body next to you.
But it got to be the right body, and I think that's why we having this conversation today, because it's always somebody wrong, ain't it? And if you have somebody right, like I was saying with Shannon, that wouldn't happen to Shannon, man. It wouldn't have. And it wouldn't be happening to Anthony Edwards if you chose right. I mean, yeah, you like you say, he obtaining fame and money and you got all this fortune, but like we just touched on, what good of having all that if you can't leave nothing behind, start a family, make a legacy, but you want to do it with the right woman. And the right woman, like I said, would come along and hold you down right. And I think that's what the maturity will come in to help people. There's a lot of immaturity with all these with this bread and this fortune that people have. And it one day they say that one day a fool and his money depart each other. So if you want to get a million dollars and or whatever and act the fool, then hey, we can just take it back. I mean, we had the situation with John Morant. Same thing. One young player, great basketball player. What would he do? Spending it, showing his money, showing guns all in the club, and you representing that brand, that logo that you wear on your chest when you go out there. So we got to be mindful of all of that. It's still a business, and they the checks that they write you, they can take the shit back. And that's what people need to understand. Stop giving it away. You got blessed. I mean, be happy about it, but be responsible about it too. Because if you really responsible, I feel that you could get with the right woman, and you can invest and morph your shit. Stop losing and start gaining. You know what I'm saying? Multiply it.
I don't even think that's the issue. I think people don't either like when we did the T app shit, and this I'll leave it here. These are my final thoughts. When we was talking about the T app, I said there's two different parts of the spectrum. You got people that are moving exactly how you just described, where they know that there are good men and women out there. They're not about to settle for disease-stricken people, spiritually sick people. Then you got a world of men and women who don't give a shit. TAP is a representation of men and women who don't give a shit about nothing. They're just out here perusing as they go and doing what they want. That's the yin and yang. And it's weird. You go back to Chamberlain, you go back to Kobe when he had the allegations on him. You go back to all of these different people. what they have in common. The same shit that John Morant and fucking Travis Hunter and all these fucking athletes got it. It's the same shit happening. This shit's been going on forever. Folks either are not ready to settle down, or they've been bruised and broken and they on demon time, or they just don't know the difference. They don't know how to get to that place, how to actually look for what they need. I think I don't know, because I was about to say I think more or less men know more so than women do what they need. I do believe that. I still know there's simps out here that they're fucking lost, but I still think a large majority of men are more privy to being more mindful of who they need in their life versus the other gender. So I'll leave it at that, man. If you got a response to that, I mean, like, I just don't. I really don't believe that a lot of men and women are looking at relationships as something that's worth having at all. Everybody's screwing each other over, and the problem is you're lumping in all of the T-app people with the real decent folks. You can't blend everybody in one. There's two different worlds. Are you the mic?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna close with this. First, I'm gonna say it's a lot of situations that we already had covered. You know, with this situation, plenty of athletes out there: Travis Hunter, Clay Thompson, Stephon Diggs. You know, this type of stuff is happening at a fast rate, and only thing I'm gonna say is you allowed to date who you want to date. You know what I'm saying? We talk about it all the time. Entertainment business. You're allowed to date who you want to date, but if you about to fumble your bag, the irresponsible route, it's a quick way to lose everything you work for. And I just think people need to be aware of. I'm gonna say for men, I think they need to be more aware of their success, and for women, I think they need to put um a little more. Well, I'm gonna say a lot more value on what they bring to a man's life, to their success. And it ain't just a box that you can give it to. You can get that to anybody if you want. It's yours. You can get that to anybody. So it's what you do outside of those lines that really define you and make you valuable. And at the end of the day, if people work more on their character, then focus directly on the sexuality and the wallet piece, we can get a little further with these situations. But unfortunately, temptation is out here, and that's why we come and do these stories. So hopefully everybody can move on better, and hopefully Anthony Edwards can be at least be in his kid's life, whether it work out or not. So I just hope that happens, and let's stop putting the kids in the middle of our bullshit. That's all I got.
If you want polygamy, be honest about it. If you want to be sleeping with multiple people and random people, be honest about it. That's it. That's all. Stop robbing people of the space to decide if they want to be in your stuff. Either you're a one person woman or man, or you're not, and then move from there. Because There's something for everybody. That's all this is. But you pretty much said what I was trying to say about these players. You'll learn, and if you don't, we'll be here to bring it up again because there's a new batch of players coming into the NFL and the NBA all the time.
Fresh contracts. They got them fresh contracts off the press.
Yeah. And them chicks rubbing their hands together like Birdman. They waiting on y'all. They scouting.
What happened to that boy?
I didn't think women did shit like that. Like literally be scouting y'all niggas. Your social medias and shit like that. Yeah.
And go do your homework on Lala Anthony. She did it. She did that shit. So do your homework. It's out there. They check you out before they. Most women are investigators, bro. Especially if you got anything of value going on. Most likely, if they approach you, somebody done said something to them. They not approaching you for nothing. So that's how it go. If they think you're a nobody, they not gonna say nothing to you. It's called value.
Yeah. That's why I say you don't gotta chase nobody. That's why I say I'm not doing the shit. If a person interested, they gonna make it known they interested.
Facts. It's facts.
But that being said, we about to get up out of here. You will see me later on this evening, man. It's Friday. This weekend it's about to be lit. It's definitely about to be lit. I'm excited. I'm excited for this whole weekend. Shout outs to everybody in the building. Shout outs to Six Rings. Tonight, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are back. I'm about to get back in this lab. You guys enjoy the rest of your afternoon. This is King Table's Morning. We out. Oh, do me a solid before you go.
What's the goddamn button?
Peace.
Peace. No toys. Play that toy shit.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close my ancestors speak, they tell me they're tired of them praying on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep, longing to sing until I surpass peak, until they think we are equal. Please, all I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their palms would bleed, begging that generations remember our